YouTube, it's good. Zay Pilsonati here back with another video. And this video today is going to be the exact same thing we did yesterday, except this time it's going to be the best. We did the worst, now we're going to do the best. WrestleMania matches of all time, the top 10. Joining me are my 3 guests from yesterday. Gary's doing the same thing Jerome was doing yesterday.
Okay. Sorry. What you thought I was doing? I had to get my stuff ready for later.
Alright, Gary, Steve?
I don't know what that was all about, but I'm speechless.
That makes 2 of us. And Jerome.
Nikki Bella spent $6,500 on delicious rounded shapes that I can stick my face in motorboat all day. Well, money well spent. Greetings, there was out there looking for a treasure. Success. Truly, Room Boy J Money, and here we're going to go over the best matches that WrestleMania has ever had to offer in the WWF/E. Take the lead.
All right. Last time, yes, as you saw yesterday, we did the best. Now it's time to do the worst. Shit.
Hey, you complain about me, huh?
Well, that's different.
Well, whatever.
That's different.
Yeah.
All right, now we're going to do the best. And like every single list, we have a few honorable mentions. You're fading in and out, Jerome.
I am?
Yeah.
Oh.
Fix your damn audio.
You're fading in and out. So I guess I'll start with the honorable mentions. The first one comes to us from WrestleMania 22. And in my opinion, this is the best Money in the Bank ladder match. In 2006. Yeah, that's right. That's the one where Rob Van Dam won the briefcase. Also in that match, Bobby Lashley, Fit Finlay, Shelton Benjamin. Did I say him already?
No.
Shelton Benjamin. And Ric Flair. And Matt Hardy.
Yeah.
Matt Hardy, too.
Him getting suplexed off that ladder.
A pretty well-rounded Money in the Bank match. You got something for the old school fans with Fit Finlay and not Rowdy Piper, but Ric Flair, and something for the new school guys like Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin, and a little bit of well-roundedness with Rob Van Dam and Matt Hardy. All around an awesome match. Right guy won, in my opinion. So yeah. Next up, a very good storytelling match. We got Chris Jericho and Christian from WrestleMania 20.
Okay.
Now, you're probably going to be shocked that you're saying this is one of the best, but in my opinion, it is. I mean, the storytelling between these two was, dare I say it, fantastic.
It's like Andre and Hogan at 3. You know, even though the match wasn't all that great, but the story build-up.
Yeah, the story build-up was phenomenal. You had these two were a former tag team, and then Trish Stratus got involved. She was with Jericho, and then later in the match, she turned on Jericho to side with Christian, and they made out on top of the stage, which was pretty cool. And last but not least, you're probably going to be shocked that this is not in my top 10. Shawn Michaels versus Chris Jericho from 19.
That's also one of my honorable mentions.
Yeah. 2 clash of generations. Jericho pretty much emulated Shawn Michaels throughout his entire career. And this was like... This is pretty much like looking at himself in a mirror. Shawn Michaels was pretty much. And it pretty much tore the house down. It was the best match of that show. And, yeah. Couldn't make the top 10, but still freaking amazing. What do you guys have for your honorable mentions?
I guess I'll talk.
Okay, Gary.
Alright, I'm not going to get into detail so we can save time-wise or battery power, whatever. I'm just going to go down the list. Stone Cold Steve Austin, Bret Hart, WrestleMania 13, the match that began the Attitude Era.
Oh, and your honorable mentions.
Yeah, kidding. One of my honorable mentions. I mean, it could have made the list, but that was the match that began the Attitude Era. Stone Cold Steve Austin versus The Rock at WrestleMania 15.
Yep.
That was another one that began the feud. Hulk Hogan versus Andre the Giant, WrestleMania 3.
Okay.
For some reason, it's may seem a little weird, but I thought this was a big highlight in his career. Rey Mysterio versus Kurt Angle versus Randy Orton at 22.
Okay.
Mick Foley versus Edge at WrestleMania 22.
There you go.
Show. Now,
I forgot about that one.
we got 3 Mr. McMahon matches.
Mr. McMahon?
3 Mr. McMahon matches. One with Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania 19.
Yes.
Him against Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 22. Him against his son Shane McMahon at WrestleMania 17. And last but not least is, again, on yours, J Money's, and your Pizzles, honorable mention, Shawn Michaels and Chris Jericho at WrestleMania 19.
Yes.
Yeah.
Phenomenal match. All right, Jerome?
Okay. Once again, Shawn, Bret the Hitman Hart versus Shawn Michaels, the honor.
Ooh, in your honorable mentions?
I know that's not the one that you're gonna be like, what? The Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels, the career versus.
Okay, it's 126.
You can pick either or. Douglas, Christian, extra parties, TLC.
Mm-hmm.
Kurt Angle, Brock Lesnar.
Okay.
Shawn Michaels, Triple H, and the Crippler, Triple Threat, 20.
Wow.
Undertaker and Kane.
Undertaker Kane at 14. Yeah.
And this is the one you're gonna be like, I can't believe you. It just got bumped. This will be number 11.
Okay.
Ultimate Warrior, Randy Savage at 7.
Wow.
That was the one. I was like, oh crap. This was on the. It just got bumped.
Okay.
There's my honorable mentions.
Oh, that's surprising.
I know.
Steve K.
For honorable mention, well, this one I'm just going to put up there just because it was a good match at WrestleMania 14. Shawn Michaels versus Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Mm-hmm.
Because that was a pretty good one as well. And, I guess I'll go with the WrestleMania 15 one as well. As, you know, what they said as well with Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock, because it was good as well. So, and that's all for me. So.
All right, let's get into the top 10. Shall we begin? Shall we begin? My number 10. You're gonna be really, really shocked that this is so low on my list, but it's in the top 10 nonetheless.
Okay.
End of an era.
At number 10?
At number 10.
Wow.
You gotta remember. We're reviewing or going through every single match at WrestleMania's history. The best of.
You guys.
Can't hear you, Jerome.
I
Can't hear you at all.
How about now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. You have 8 matches per card average. You got 30 WrestleManias with 240 matches.
Yeah, you gotta pick the best of the best. And with this one, it was the best match of the show. By far.
Yes.
Yes, by far. And it was the match of the year.
Yep.
By far.
Yep.
The reason why it's at number 10, it just didn't seem like a Hell in a Cell match. I know, sure, they were inside of a Hell in a Cell, but it didn't seem like a Hell in a Cell match for some
I
reason.
think the reason why it was fitting is because what 2 superstars, like, personified the Hell in a Cell match? Undertaker and Triple H.
Yeah, but it was just chair shots and a sledgehammer. Chairs and a sledgehammer. Those were the only weapons used. No
And
tables, no steel steps, no thumbtacks, nothing.
But it was more of a story aspect, and that's why so many.
Yeah, I can see where you're coming from. But overall, it was a good match. Shawn Michaels had his element as the special guest referee. We're gonna be talking about him a little bit later on.
Yep, so
Guarantee you that. But simply put, it was a phenomenal match. All these matches are 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10 on my list. So, simply put, that's my number 10.
That was phenomenal. Mine, you may say 5 out of 5. Mine's actually a 6 out of 5.
Prime.
Mine's a 6 out of 5. You pulled
Okay.
in Austin.
All
I did pull in Austin.
right, what's your number 10, Gary?
My number 10, believe it or not, may seem a little bit surprising. It was actually between The Rock and Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania 19.
18.
18, excuse me. I got 19 on here for some reason.
It's okay.
I don't know why I got 18 on here. Just that matches up between the Brahma Bull and the Icon.
Yes.
That match was simply amazing. Plus, the way that Hulk Hogan came back with the NWO gimmick instead of his normal gimmick that we all know and love. But still, NWO is another one we all know and love as well.
Yeah.
Match itself was amazing. I mean, the way it was going between a legend and
The present.
the president and the legend. The way that it was going, those two going at each other, it was simply dream match that everybody wanted, and it became a dream match at 18, and it was simply a wonderful 5 out of 5 match the way it was, and plus The Rock picking up the win. And plus, one thing I loved about that whole match, it took place in Toronto, Canada, right?
Yes.
The way the crowds were going back and forth, cheering for Hogan, cheering for Rock, it was a mixed reaction.
It was awesome.
Anticipation of the mixed reactions of the crowd for the match was simply amazing.
Yes.
That's pretty much all I can say about my number.
All right, Romy.
My number 10. This is the greatest. Oh shit!
Just change mics.
All right.
Let's come back to you. Let's go to Steve. We'll come back to you.
What about now?
Yes.
A little bit.
Yes.
All right.
Better.
I'll fly my mic.
Much better.
All right.
It's bad though.
My number 10. This is the greatest opener to any pay-per-view in history. Brother versus brother. Brett versus Owen Hart at 10.
Yes.
Oh, shit, man.
Yeah.
Well, no one ever thought Owen Hart was going to win.
Mm-mm.
And then he pulled the impossible, and from that point forward, he became the King of Hearts. And from that point, he should have won that steel cage match to become champion. Other than that, you couldn't start off a pay-per-view better than this.
Storytelling to its
Number
finest.
10 is brother versus brother at 10.
All right, Steve.
No pun intended.
Now you can go. Now it's your turn.
Okay then.
Sorry about that.
That's alright. That's not your fault. His fault. Anyway, my number 10. This one was a great match because I thought, well, for one, that, you know, it was a great pay-per-view, and the main event was good as well, and I put this number 10, The Rock versus Stone Cold at WrestleMania 17.
Oh, 17.
Yes. Because I liked it. I did. Even though the controversies I said many times before, but still, it was a great match, as it was Rock and Austin Part 2, and even though it probably didn't live up to the hype maybe at 15, but of course there won at 19 when it was their last time we saw them face each other, I just thought 17 was a good fight. It really was. You know, it was at the Astrodome, it was in Texas, home of Stone Cold, but still, I think it was a very good match, and it was the beginning of that thing, that tag group with Austin and Triple H, the one-man power trip, something like that, whatever it was, but still, I think it was a pretty good match, so that's why it's my number 10.
All right. Number 9. My number 9 is the match that personified the ladder match. Razor Ramon versus Shawn Michaels from WrestleMania 10.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, this match was freaking phenomenal. And I'm not, no pun intended, it was phenomenal. You got Shawn Michaels with his bodyguard Diesel, and you got Razor Ramon. These two were fighting for the unified Intercontinental Championship, or the undisputed Intercontinental Championship. 2 belts hanging above the ring, and these guys going at it. Oh my gosh, it was amazing. That spot where Shawn Michaels dove off the ladder and hit Razor. Whew.
Can't hear you.
Why is my mic... Okay, now you can hear me. I don't know what's
Freaking headset off, for God's sake.
Just change mics.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear
You
me?
hear me now?
I don't know what's up with that mic. I really don't. I don't know if it's the wiring in it or not. Was that the very first match to have a ladder match? A first match to have a ladder match?
The first WWE match?
Yeah.
No.
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 In WWE?
No, there was one in '92 with Brett and Shawn, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
But this one was the first mainstream ladder match at a WrestleMania, and by far it is still considered one of the best, if not the best ladder match of all time. That's why it's my number 9.
My turn.
The camera's pointing at you for a reason.
Oh. Your number 10 is my number 9.
End of an era?
No.
Oh.
My number 9 is pretty much, like you said, one of the greatest openings to any WrestleMania. Brother versus brother, Owen Hart versus Bret Hart. The outcome of that match when Owen Hart shockingly won against Bret was amazing.
Nobody saw that coming.
And plus, one thing, out of any wrestler I've seen, Owen Hart was one of the guys who knew actually how to use the word heel, you could say. He was definitely one of the greatest heels ever.
Yep.
The way that match was, those guys going back and forth, two amazing technical wrestlers, the way it was just an outstanding opener to WrestleMania 10. And plus, one thing that I thought was beautiful is when Owen Hart gave Bret Hart that jumping tombstone pile driver. Out of any movie, seen that move, I mean, the way Owen Hart performed it was beautiful.
Yeah.
But I thought, believe it or not, when I first saw that, I thought it was over after he hit it. But no. Yeah. So, anyways, I have nothing much more to say except an amazing opener. That's why it's my 9. It was just those two going back and forth.
Okay.
Yep.
Jerome?
My mic should be working now, goddammit. Alright, number 9. This is my favorite. It's one of my personal favorite matches.
Okay.
Kurt Angle and Shawn.
Cutting out again.
He keeps cutting out, dude.
Turn the damn thing off and throw it in the trash. Damn it.
I think we could read your lips better than the mic. Where's the card? Let's write it on a card.
One of these has that works better.
It's just the side. Okay, anyway. My god, this is worse technical difficulties than WrestleMania 11. Kurt Angle and Shawn Michaels at 21.
All right.
This is the best, arguably the best technical wrestling match you will ever see. Because it didn't require, no fancy weapons or say storytelling. This is all technical wrestling. And, John Cena, take notes, Shawn Michaels lost clean.
Mm-hmm.
Need I say more? That is my number 9.
All right. Steve K?
My number 9 is between these two guys at probably the biggest WrestleMania ever, and I put him at number 9 because it was, probably one of the most memorable, but as you mentioned before, I don't care because I put him on my list and it was great. Hogan and Andre, WrestleMania 3.
WrestleMania 3. Okay.
Yes. I had to put it in the top 10 because why? Because it's one of the biggest WrestleManias, WrestleMania 3, and you got the battle between Hogan and Andre. There was words about them doing it again at WrestleMania 4, but it never happened. But I just thought it was really good, and all them people there, and yeah, so it was, and of course the body slam that Hogan did as well, and yeah, I mean, it was just one that it was really good. That's all I really could say. I mean, I remember seeing it and just was like, wow. I mean, yeah. So that's why it's my number 9.
All right, number 9.
Number 9.
It's the slam heard around the world.
Yep.
That's right. My number 8 is Jerome's honorable mention that he thought that he was really wanted to put in his list but didn't. The retirement match between Macho Man Randy Savage, ooh yeah, and the Ultimate Warrior from WrestleMania 7.
It's like I said, if you have this on your best. Yeah, I can understand.
Yeah, you kind of have to have this on there. You kind of have to have this on there. I mean...
Now you can hear me.
Yes, finally. What more should I say about this? I mean, it's two of the best wrestlers of the Golden Era. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear it. It's just the Skype appearances.
Fuck Skype. Two of the best wrestlers from the Golden Era. You got the Ultimate Warrior and Hulk Hogan. You have, yeah, it's just some of the best storytelling in the ring, and the ending with him, Macho Man, and Elizabeth. I don't think there was a dry eye in that room that night.
Oh, no. Hell no.
Everybody was crying their eyes out. Oh my gosh, they're reunited. It's so beautiful. And, yeah, it was beautiful storytelling. Amazing match. What more can you ask for? That's my number 8.
And if you notice about that match, Ultimate Warrior didn't run to the ring like he normally does.
He didn't?
No.
He just came out and walked.
He just walked.
Wow.
Yeah, they take some detail to that match.
Interesting.
I think Bobby Heenan was like, why isn't he running?
Yeah, I was wondering the same thing when I was watching that.
Yeah.
Kind of weird.
My number 8, we're going to talk about singles competition. We're going to talk about 6 men, 1 few ladders, peace. WrestleMania 21 with the first ever Money in the Bank ladder match.
To me, that's the best one.
This was a necessity of adding to the list. It was necessary because it was the first ever Money in the Bank ladder match that Chris Jericho created.
He did create.
With competitors of Christian, Benoit, Kane, Jericho, Benjamin, and Edge.
Shelton Benjamin.
That match, holy shit. Yeah, Shelton Benjamin, the way he ran up that, what was it, clothesline he did to Jericho off the ladder?
Yeah.
But anyways, that was outstanding. The way that Benjamin clotheslined Jericho off the ladder, plus the headbutt that the Crippler gave Kane. Damn, I mean, it was something that I believe it's obvious that nobody's seen it when 6 men are going after a briefcase to get a WWE contract. And plus, it was just, in my opinion, that was one of the matches out of that event that stole the show.
Yes.
And plus, one thing was that gave the absolute highlight is that was the match that gave Edge that
push that he needed.
Push that he deserved. It gave Edge that
he deserved.
He deserved, which gave him a chance for the WWE Championship against
Buckethead. Buckethead.
I guess who buried him?
Who's that?
Revolution.
Buckethead.
That's why I loved it. It gave Edge that push he deserved. Some of the outstanding, memorable moments that happened. In 3, it was the first ever one.
Yep. Jerome?
Leave it up to the fruity asshole face to ruin everything.
Who's in the grave digger?
Number 8, I'm going to cheat.
To win?
To win, and you'll hear why. It is the
Tie.
holy trinity between The Rock and Stone Cold.
Oh, all 3 of them.
The awesome trilogy. All 3 of them. The awesome trilogy. You got their first setup at 15, 17 was probably their biggest match, and then Austin's last match at 19. I'm trying to think, has there been another trilogy fought in WrestleMania?
A what?
Another trilogy. Has there been another trilogy?
Yep, Undertaker, Triple H.
Oh, okay, my bad. But can they do what The Rock and Stone Cold did? No.
Oh, hell no.
No. Maybe Undertaker Triple H to some degree, but yeah, this is the greatest feud in WWE history, and it will never be topped.
Never.
And that's why I had to include all 3, because all 3 matches meant something. They told a story, not only personally, outside the ring, but inside the ring. And that is why the trilogy is my number 8.
All right.
Well, when you mentioned your number 8 about being Randy Savage and the Ultimate Warrior, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, my number 8 happens to be a match with Randy Savage, but however, it's versus Ric Flair at WrestleMania 8.
Woo!
Such an underrated match.
But the thing
Should have
is,
been the main event.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
exactly what I was going to say. Thank you for taking the words out of my mouth.
You're welcome.
Yeah, the thing was, it should have been, because why did it have to be Sid, Justice, and Hogan? I mean, that was just ridiculous.
Because Hogan was quote-unquote retiring.
Yeah. But still, I mean, yeah, it should have been the main event, and it was great as well. And then Ric Flair somehow, I think, found out that he got in trouble for, like, blading, like for bleeding some reason.
Oh, blading?
Yeah, whatever, blading, whatever it is. And so, for some reason, he got in trouble for doing that. So, but it was still a great match. It should have been the main event. We're saying it twice. And it was a great match, between two Hall of Famers and two awesome wrestlers, and that's why it's my number 8.
Something interesting about that match, I like the whole build-up, like with Flair dating Miss Elizabeth, and if he won, he was going to deal the pictures that was on the top. They were going to reveal the pictures of him and Elizabeth.
No, but what do we get as the main event? We get Hulk Hogan, who looks like he was getting off the juice, against Psycho Sid, who looked like he shit his pants in the match.
Which he did. And also, I like Randy Savage's ring gear in that match. It was really good. Like black and gold.
And Christine, what I mean by that is, no, I'm not saying this to make shits and giggles. No, there's rumor that Psycho Sid in that match shit his pants.
Literally. No joke.
Are you serious?
No joke.
I'm dead serious.
Oh my god.
And CM Punk shat his pants. CM Punk shat his pants once.
Bastion Booger.
Oh my god.
Bob Bitchum. Anyways. My number 7, lucky 7, is from one of Steve's least favorite WrestleManias. But this was easily the best match on that show.
I know what you're going to say.
And so much so that it was his last match. Ric Flair versus Shawn Michaels from 24. Ric Flair versus Shawn Michaels from WrestleMania 24. This was his last match. I don't count TNA because TNA sucks.
No, no.
Fudge, no.
TNA sucks.
Fudge.
But this whole...
I like to keep it clean sometimes, brother.
But this whole...
Oh shit. Just say it.
Just say it. It's just a word. Who cares? But this whole story was brought about when when Ric Flair came back, Vince McMahon said that if he lost one match, that his career would be over. And that leading up to WrestleMania, he wanted to face Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania because he wanted the best. And he said he was going to take... Shawn Michaels said he was going to take Ric Flair behind the woodshed and put Old Yeller out of his misery.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then the match comes, and it was awesome. Everything we had hoped for from two of the best of all time. That ending where Shawn Michaels says, "I'm sorry, I love you." Again, not another dry eye in the house.
And the thing about that match, everybody must have hold onto their gut. What?
I said that's the one. He was holding up the Ric Flair thing.
No. Everybody must have cringed and hold onto their gut when Shawn Michaels did that springboard moonsault to the announce table.
Oh, my back.
Funny thing, I even have a poster of it. It's like hanging on the wall over there.
Man, talk about shitting pants. I'll bet you he must have when he hit that table.
Oh, God. Yeah, the ending, "I'm sorry, I love you." Not a dry eye in the house. And then the next night on Raw, he gets that awesome send-off into retirement.
Yeah.
Fuck TNA.
Well, what was cool was Ric Flair's entrance.
Yes. With the robe and the fireworks.
Uh-huh.
The long fireworks that didn't fade out. The ones that came down. Yeah. The legendary fireworks. So yeah, simply put, it's an awesome match. 5 out of 5. That's why it's my number 7.